Hi guys, just in case y'all forgot, this Sunday is Mother's Day, so I just wanted to share with you a couple of really cute and easy Mother's Day crafts that you can make at home with very simple supplies. These can be made for any woman in your life. Doesn't have to necessarily be a mom. It can be your sister, your tia, your grandma, whoever is important to you in your life. So this is a little bouquet of flowers. As you can see, we have it in a little paper just like this, but it's actually made just out of construction paper and your handprint. Moms love this type of stuff. So it is super simple. Like I said, I'm going to go over that one. And this right here is a little pop-up card. So it pops up to be a little sun. It's super cute. And then it says, "Mom, you are my sunshine." So I'm going to show you how to do both of them. Like I just said a little while ago, the supplies are fairly simple. You're really just going to need some construction paper. Any colors will work. Of course, if you are going to do the sunshine one, you would want to use yellow for the sun. But if you don't have construction paper, you could definitely use white paper and color it to get the same effect. You would also need some glue or some tape, either one works, some scissors, and then of course if you want to color anything, add different stuff to it, pencils, pens, markers, crayons, stuff like that. So I'm going to show you how to make the flowers first. So let me get all that stuff set up. Okay, so like I just said a while ago with the flowers, we do want them to be 3D. This is something that mom can hold. She can put in a little vase. And the really cool thing is that they will never die. They will be forever there. And she'll get to see what your handprint looked like when you were this age in whatever grade it is that you are in. So to do this, like I just said a little while ago, we are using our handprints. So you are going to need one sheet of construction paper, doesn't matter what color. And we've done this plenty of times before, but all you're going to have to do is put your hand on the paper. Try to put it closer to the edge of the paper, just so you can have enough space to make more flowers. You do also want to be sure that you spread your fingers out. If you make it where your fingers are just in like that, it's not going to really look like a flower. It's going to look like a blob. So you're just going to put your hand down and you're going to take your pencil and slowly go around each finger. You might have to pick up your pencil like I'm doing to get the different angles that you have around all of your fingers. Now, I've heard a lot of students when we are doing things like this say that their fingers look like aliens or they look too skinny. Remember guys, whenever you are tracing your fingers, you can erase it. You can fix it. If you really don't like it, if it looks too skinny, if it looks bumpy, then you can fix it. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm just tracing over it to make it a little bit darker so you can see it a little bit better on camera. Okay, I didn't trace my wrist because I am going to go through and I am going to finish off my hand. I want to close my hand. So that's one. You can make as many hand flowers as you want to. We're going to make 6 right now just so we can see them. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit so that you can see all the different little ones that I traced. But like I said, I'm going to make 6. My hands are kind of small. They're almost the same size as y'all's. I can fit 2 hands on each page. You might be able to only fit 1. You might be able to fit 3 or 4, depending on how big your hands are. But like I said, I'm going to fit 2 on each page. I'm going to do 2 purple, 2 red, and 2 orange. So let me speed it up just so we can see. Once we're done with that, I'm going to speed up as well. You do need to cut these out. Again, take your time with your scissors. We've gone over this before. Make sure you hold your scissors correctly. And you're just going to work on slowly cutting out all of the hands that you make. So like I said, I'm going to speed that up just so we can see a little bit quicker. So now that we have all of our little handprints cut out, now what we can do is add a little bit of decoration to our flowers. Right now they just look like hands, but in order to make them look more like flowers, we can put a little bit in the middle right here, a few pieces of paper to make it look like the middle of the flower. A super easy way to do that. I'm using yellow paper. Again, guys, you can use whatever color you want to. We were gonna make what's called fringe. Fringe is just little tiny thin strips of paper. So to do that, to make it super easy, all we have to do is with your scissors, like I'm doing right here, I'm just gonna cut up a couple inches. I'm not gonna cut up that much. You can see that's pretty much as far as I'm going. But I'm making very skinny little pieces. Now I'm not gonna go all the way down my paper, but maybe about halfway. All right, so that should be good. So once we have all the little fringe like it is, looks like a little hula skirt. Now to cut it out, again, super easy way to do it. I can take my scissors and kind of right where all this ends, I am literally just going to cut it off. And that gives me all my little pieces right there. Bam, one time, perfectly done. So now what we want to do, we're going to take one of our little hands. As you can see, I used pen. And I didn't quite cut it on the line, which is perfectly fine. I can just flip it and look at that. Now all the pen's gone. So all I'm gonna do is I am going to either tape or glue a few of these little pieces onto my little hand right here. So again, tape or glue works. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on here. Again, guys, don't need that much glue. We're just gonna put a little bit, and of course it would be clogged right now. Oh, there it is. All right, so little bit of glue right on. Actually, you know what? Let's put it right in the middle. If we put it in the middle, there's a bigger chance of us being able to see these, and that's what we want. So I'm just gonna take a few of them, stick them down, again, right in the middle. It doesn't matter if they're straight, doesn't matter anything like that. So I'm gonna do that for all 6 of them, so we can have a little bit of decorations, like I said, on our hand. So movie magic, let's see all that being done. Okay, now that I have all of the middle pieces glued on there, one option you can do, guys, if you want to add a little bit more pizzazz to your flowers, you can color in just maybe the fingertips of your flowers. Again, to give it a little bit more detail, I'm just going through. I'm not going to do all of them. Maybe I'll just do these 2 orange ones. You could also write mom, sister, whoever you're giving this to, a fun little note on each of the hands, telling her maybe why you're thankful for her, why you love her so much. So I'm going to do that right there. So now, again, to make it into the little bouquet like we have right here, we're almost done. We are going to take another sheet of paper. I'm just using white. Again, any color will do. But we're going to basically glue or tape all of our handprints on here so that we can fold it together and make it into the actual bouquet. Again, guys, another option if you want to, you can totally decorate this paper before you fold it. I tried doing it a little bit after I rolled it together. It worked, but it was a little bit harder to color on there. So if you are going to decorate, if you're going to draw mom a picture or anything like that, make sure you do it before you glue, tape your hands on there and roll it. So like I just said, we are going to basically just be taping and gluing these all over this paper. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm using double stick tape. It's a little bit easier. If you use glue, it's perfectly fine, but this tends to be pretty easy because it's sticky on both sides. So I'm just putting a little bit on here. Again, if you are gluing it, you would just put a little bit of glue on there, and we want to put them pretty high on top of our paper. We want them to be sticking up out of our paper just like that. And we want to mix up the colors. You don't want to just put all red, all blue, all orange, or anything like that. We want to put them sideways. We want to put them all different kinds of ways. So I'm just getting all 6 of them that I have right here, and I'm going to put them again towards the top, but all over the place so that we can see our flowers. So 2 more that I have. There's one, I'll put that one right there. And then we have one more purple one. Let's put that one right here. Perfect. All right, so now that is done, we have all of our little fingertip flowers right there. Now it's just time to roll it. So when we roll it, all we're gonna do is take our 2 edges right here, the bottom part of our paper, and I want to bring these almost like origami. I want to bring this together. So I'm gonna roll it up, almost like you're making like a cone, like a birthday cone, like you would make, like if you try to make a children's birthday party crown or birthday party hat. There you go. And I'm just gonna keep rolling it. If you like it like that, then leave it. If you want it like mine, I want it to be a little bit skinnier. I'm gonna keep rolling it until I get it as skinny as I want, like this. So once you are satisfied with where you want it, again, you would put a little bit of glue or a little bit of tape wherever it is you want it to stay. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right here. And again, I'm going to make sure I hold it down for a little bit so that it becomes tacky. And that's it. Okay, let it dry. Make sure it completely dries, but that is it. So there we have our cute little bouquet of flowers right there. So craft number 1 down. Let me set up for the next one, which is our pop-up card, which is super cute. Craft that we have here is our You Are My Sunshine pop-up card, which takes 1 piece of construction paper. And if you have a second piece to make the actual sun, I'm just reusing this yellow piece that I cut out the fringe from. I still have a whole bunch of it, so that's what I'm gonna cut my sun out of. If you only have line paper or white paper, then you can draw yourself a little sun and cut that out pretty easy. So to make it a pop-up card, because these can be used for any occasion, if you want to make a pop-up card, all you have to do, we're going to take it and we're going to fold it like a book. So I'm going to bring one side over and I'm going to try to line up my edges and I'm going to press down on it. Once you do that, make sure, again, press down pretty good on the edges. Once you do that, we are going to cut a little strip onto our paper. I'm going to mark it just so you can see, but you can just do it with your scissors. It doesn't have to be very long. If you want to, you can measure your finger, but it's just going to be kind of right in the middle. We don't want to put it too far on the edge. We're going to put it right in the middle of the paper. I'm just going to make 2 lines, try to make them even as possible. If they're not that even, that's okay. But I'm just going to cut 2 little strips. I'm going to stop right there. I'm not going to go any further than that. And you are cutting both papers at the same time. If you notice, where I'm cutting is the spine of the book. Like if we had a regular book, that would be the spine. We're not cutting the 2 pages, we're cutting where the spine is. If you accidentally cut these 2 pages, it won't work. So make sure you cut where the spine is. So I'm just gonna take my scissors, and again, I'm gonna cut on that line, but I'm going to stop at the end. So I'm stopped right there at the end. And again, I'm going to cut to the line and stop right at the end. So just like that. So once you do that, this little flap that we have now, I'm going to just fold it down, press on it pretty good right there. Okay, so now it kind of pops up already. So now what we want to do, we want to open up our card. And we have this weird little piece in the middle. That's going to be the pop-up part. So now I'm going to pick this up. As you can see, the book's already closing, which is good. That's what we want. So as soon as I pick this up, it's going to fold at that crease where we already had it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to let it fall. I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to naturally, it's going to fall like it is. And I'm going to press it down. So I'm going to do it one more time so you can see. So I just pick this part up right here and it's naturally falling just like that, and I press it down. So technically it's already pop up just like that. So now we actually have to make something that will pop up. So like I said, I'm going to draw a cute little sun. If you'd rather draw a little cartoon character for mom, or you know, your favorite little cartoon that you always draw her, you definitely can. But I'm gonna do a sun. So drawing a circle, Again, guys, I'm drawing with the pen just so that you can see it a little bit better on the screen, but of course you can always draw with the pencil. Okay, we can draw triangles for the outside of the sun. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So cute little sun. And then of course we want to draw a cute little face. So I'm going to take my pen, gonna draw a little kawaii face that we have right here. So draw 2 little upside down U's, rainbow lines. Then we can draw a circle inside, and of course a little white part for the eye, color it in. Okay, and then we can do a little smile. We can draw the little rosy cheeks, and that's it. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut it out, and then I will show you how to go about to put it all together. So all I'm doing is I'm gonna cut it out right around here. All right, fabulous. Now I have my little sun cut out. He's super cute, and my pop-up card. So again, you can either use tape or glue for this, but we want to attach him to our card. So I'm going to open it up, and I have, looks like almost a box, like a cube. This is the top of the box. This is the side of the box. I'm going to tape him on the side, right down here at the bottom. So we have like the bottom of the paper. That's where I'm going to put him. So again, I'm just going to use my double stick tape to make it quicker for myself. Putting a little bit right there, and he's gonna go right in the middle. Now you want some of his little solar flares down here to actually hang off. That's okay. So I'm just gonna tape him right in the middle right there. Make sure I press it down. Now I wanna practice folding it so you see mine's not bending. If it's not bending like it's supposed to, popping out, just right behind it, put my hand, pop it out. So I'm gonna make sure that it folds correctly. So it is gonna get folded. My poor little son's gonna get a little folded. That's okay. All right, so once I press that down and open it back up, he pops out just like he's supposed to. So let me show you sideways so you can see. So he does pop out. Other than that, if you want to add a few more things, you can. Like if you want to add some clouds, if you have some white paper still lying around, you want to add some clouds. I'm going to take my crayon and draw some clouds in here, so it could be a cloudy day. So I'm just going to draw a few little clouds around here. You can draw birds, you can draw airplane, anything that would go in the sky would definitely work. And then if you want to, down here can be your message. So if you wanted to write, Mom, you're my sunshine. Mom, I love you. Grandma, thank you for everything. I miss you. Anything like that, you can. So I'm going to put Grandma. Make sure you write it nicely. Now I'm going to do it in cursive a little bit. You are my, cursive is really just connected. That's a whole nother video that we can do. Sunshine. There you go. So now when Grandma opens it, it's closed. You can even decorate the outside right here. It's closed, and then you open it and it pops up, Grandma, you are my sunshine. So there you have it, guys. We did 2 Mother's Day crafts just so y'all can see a little bit. Have fun with them. Make sure you tell your mom you love her, grandma, tia, sister, anybody who really takes care of you. Hope you'll have a good weekend with them, and I will see you for the next video. Bye.